Last time on Slink Wants to Know.
I got the kit, and I'm gonna make some beer and see what happens. It's definitely an interesting smell. I don't know how quite to describe it. It's a very interesting color, I do have to say. It's, I don't know. When we last left off, I had the beer in this thing here. Whew. That smells like beer, that's for sure. I'm gonna put it back into this box and then put it over on the counter so it can chill and do its own thing. And yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Curious. What's that about? How does that work?
Slink wants to know.
Okay, so it has been almost 3 weeks since I put the airlock on top of this here, and the beer's just been chilling in the dark, doing its thing, and now it's time for the next step, which is to bottle the beer. And for this step, you have to mix some honey with water and put it into a sanitized pot, which everything's been sanitized. It's on the table right now. And you put the water in the honey, dissolve that, put it in the pot, and then you siphon the beer into the pot. And then after that, you siphon the beer from the pot into the bottles, which are over there, which have also been sanitized. So, first step is to mix the honey into the water. And it says to mix 3 tablespoons into the water and try not to exceed the 3 tablespoons, and then put it in the pot. The reason for the honey is that that is what creates the carbonation in the beer. So right now, this isn't really carbonated, it's just yeasty alcohol beer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the 3 tablespoons in the water. There is 1, 2, and 3. Mix that up. So that is dissolved, and it says to pour that into a sanitized pot. So there we go. The next step says to attach open tubing clamp to the tubing. So I have the tubing in here, it's in sanitizer water. So that would be this. And this clamp doesn't seem to want to work properly, but I don't know if that's because I don't know what I'm doing or what, which could very much be the case. So it does show it like that. Okay, I got it now. Figured it out. So that is on there. And then the next step is to fill this with sanitizer, which I had started to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that in there. It is basically full. Okay, and the next step is to attach the black racking cane tip to the long end of your racking cane. This, I'm assuming, is the racking cane, and this is the racking cane tip, and that is attached. Then it says to attach the sanitized tubing to the short curved end of your sanitized racking cane. It will be a snug fit, and then pinch the tubing clamp closed. Okay, so it says you can run this under hot water if you need some help because it's supposed to be tight, but I think we've just about got her. Okay, and that is on. And then clamp is closed. Then the next step is to remove screw cap stopper from jug and place racking cane into jug just above the sediment at the bottom. So So then what you do, it says to use a sink, but I'm just going to use this jug that's here. And you basically take this off. Take the lid off. Put this into here, just above the sediment. And then from there, instead of a sink, we're just going to use this jug. You are supposed to, you open it until the beer just starts to flow out of the tubing. Okay, now it's feeling good. It says to put this right above where the sediment is in the bottle. I'm going to stop there because we're pretty close to that sediment and I don't want to get that into the situation. So then we just basically stick this into this and get a siphon going again, which I'm going to go have to fill this again with sanitizer that I have over there. I'm going to go ahead and ditch this. This is interesting. I'm going to give you a close-up of it. It's all like the yeasty sediment stuff. Yeah, I don't know about that. And this next step is going to involve these bottles, and I have sanitized them. Go fill this with the sanitizer stuff. Okay, I got that going. So basically we got to get the siphon going again, and then we need to start filling the bottles. So, I guess let's go for it. And I have a feeling it's going to take a couple times of figuring this out. But so I still have this pitcher down here. We're going to use that instead of a sink. It's kind of working. So okay, so since it's a bigger pot, I think there's an issue with there not being enough fluid. So what I'm gonna do, see if I can set this up so that tube can be in the very bottom of that. And see if we can get the siphon going again, and then start filling the beer bottles. This is incredibly difficult. I need another hand. Okay, we've got beer there. Okay, so they give you 10 bottles. I wound up with basically 9. I'm not exactly sure how full you were supposed to make them. The 9th one isn't quite as full as the other ones that I had bottled, but hopefully it still is okay. I know we lost some. We were trying to figure out the siphoning, which isn't that easy, but once you kind of get the hang of it, it's okay. But I'm going to go ahead and clear this stuff off so that we can go and put the caps on. Okay, now the next step, which is to cap them, involves using this and a hammer, and I went ahead and sanitized the lids. And so basically you take a cap, put that over the bottle, put the capper over the bottle. It says to make sure that it's on there evenly, seems to be. Then hit it. Three times. And we have bottled beer. So just got 8 more of those to do. Okay, so we now have 9 bottles of beer. And it says to put it in a dark place for 2 weeks and then chill and enjoy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the box. I had the jug in a box and covered up so that light wouldn't get into it. And I'm just going to set these in there. I am going to go through and double check, make sure the lids are on, because that'd be bad if, you know, spent all this time and then the lids weren't on properly. So I'm going to make sure that the lids are on properly and put these basically to bed. And then in about 2 weeks, chill them down. I don't drink beer normally. I don't drink at all normally. But I will taste it, but I also have a few people that I know enjoy a beer here and there. So I'm going to have them try it and then have them let me know what they think of it. So so I can let you know. And yeah, so see you in 2 weeks. So I made some beer. I pour it out of the bottle into this glass already. And we've got beer. It took a while to make, but it's done. And now I'm gonna taste it. Yeah, so I had my friend Ryan try it and my dad try it. Ryan said he's normally he's used to drinking lighter beer and not stronger beer, and he said this is strong. So that is one thing, it is strong. He said he gave it a 6.5 out of 10. And Ryan said it wasn't bad, it was just strong, kind of like a Sam Adams or a Guinness, and that's not really what he likes. But he said it wasn't bad, didn't taste bad, tasted like beer, just really strong beer. And my dad tasted it, and he said that he's had homemade beer before, and that it actually tasted better than any of the homemade beer he's had. And he also said that it tasted like Guinness or like a stronger beer like Sam Adams. But he said as far as like homemade beer that it was a 10 out of 10. It's definitely beer, definitely tasted like beer, and it wasn't bad. So now I'm going to go ahead and try it and see what I think. I don't really drink much beer. I don't really drink at all. But I had to try it since I made it. And it tastes like beer. Strong beer. It's not something I'd sit around and drink, but it's not bad. Kit was normally $88 and it's on sale for $13. So I still have all the equipment if I wanted to make beer again. I don't know that I will. I kind of always wanted to make beer. So I got that out of my system, and it was quite a process. For me, it doesn't really make much sense for me to make beer if I'm not going to drink it. And sure, I can like give it to people, but I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll make beer again. But as of right now, I think I've got it out of my system, and I'm good on that. But yeah, made beer. If you watched all this, thank you very much for watching. It was quite the process. It took about 2 months till now. I mean, I could have drank the beer like 2 weeks ago, but I just hadn't yet. If you liked it, like, subscribe, do all those things, leave a comment. Cheers.